Welcome to the D&D world!
What makes a good or a bad experience in a Dungeons & Dragons play session? How do you find that perfect mix of players, things along those lines? Well, what if I told you that to be good at D&D, you really only need one thing? A lot of people might come to me and say, well, I'm afraid to play D&D because I don't want to make my character have a personality and have to be responsible for that, or I don't want to speak in a funny accent or whatever. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. When you're starting out and you're getting comfortable with Dungeons and Dragons and you want to sit down and have that first play session, I'm going to tell you the one thing that you need right now. Respect. Respect for your DM. Respect for the other players, and honestly, respect for yourself. Now, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to give you an example right now. When you're at a table, you should be at that table to play the game. It's fine if you guys want to joke around about what's happening if you're involved. It's fine if you want to have a conversation about the game that's happening in the present. What's not okay is... Patriots won. No one cares about that. Like, that's not why you should be there. You should be having a good time in the game. And let's say that there is that guy, and he's sitting at your table doing that. And, you know, you're in combat, and you're like, oh, I swing my great axe into the creature's chest, and you roll your dice. You're like, I got a natural 20, I crit. How amazing. And then that character managed to kill that dude. And dude with phone is just like, great. Oh, it's my turn? I'm going to swing at the dude. And then the DM's like, that character already died. You don't need to do that. Alright, that's kind of dumb. Or even worse, let's say it's the other way around. And the guy's like, alright, I'm going to attack you. And DM rolls his dice and he hits Barbarian guy with Great Axe. And Barbarian Great Axe guy is like, oh man, I just took 8 damage. And that 8 damage is putting him real low, and he could really use that heal. And guy on phone is like, oh, what happened? Oh, cool. Well, I'm going to swing my sword at the dude, the bad man. Meanwhile, Barbarian's like, it's not very fun. But at the same time, here's the opposite. Let's say Barbarian guy is in danger, and he just took 8 damage from mysterious beast thing. And no longer phone guy goes and is just all, oh man, my ally's really hurt. So what I want to do is I'm going to rush over to him real quick and I'm going to heal him for, perfect. 9 points. You're back to full and life is good and life is dandy. I'm going to take the rest of my move and I'm going to backstep a little bit behind him and make sure that he's safe and I'm okay and everything's good. That's perfect. And you know what? You didn't act out anything. You didn't say anything weird or behave in a certain way. You listened to the situation at hand. You acknowledged the problem. And then you attacked or tackled the issue and made sure that it was taken care of. You did your job. And that's all you need to do to be good at the game. So many people think, oh, no, I gotta do a lot just to play this game. Like, it's a serious responsibility. It's not. Really, it's not. And you know what? One of the best things you can do if you don't want to role play, if you don't want to get involved like that, is just get paper and a pencil and take notes. You know, if you happen to have a decent artistic side of yourself, maybe you can even offer to draw some of the characters for people, because not everybody who plays D&D or Pathfinder or any of these games can draw worth a damn. Or hey, why not be a cartographer and make the maps of all of the locations that you go to? How cool would that be for each of your characters to be able to have a copy of a hand-drawn map that you made? And that didn't take it took your time, but it didn't take anything special or knowledge about the game. Just, oh, I listened to the DM. Oh, okay, so there's a fork in the road up ahead. Great, well, I'm going to draw that in right here. Now there's a whole pathway, so you realize, oh, we took left at this point. You know, if we go back that way, we're heading out towards the village. If we go this way, God knows what. And if we go the other way, God knows what. We're going to find out what's this way, then we'll come back and go that way. And when you come back, you'll know, okay, great, I need to go this way, or no, this way technically, because I screwed up. Whatever, it's fine. It's super helpful, and that's nothing. You don't even have to be good at drawing to do something like that. You could just write it down. writing it down is just fine. In fact, I tend to take notes while I play because I'm not always comfortable right away with doing a funny voice, doing the thing. I'm particularly a socially anxious person in most cases, so it's really hard to come out of my shell. And when I do, it's a big deal for me. So, that's just an important outlook to have. And I really don't want people to be afraid of this game, and I don't want people to think that they're going to ruin a game just because they're not going to show up and speak in a British accent, just because they're not going to, I don't know, throw in all kinds of deep, insane character development. Because let me tell you something, on the opposite end of the spectrum, a way to ruin the game, well, there's rules lawyers, those guys, no one likes that guy. God, those guys suck. They're the guys that know the book forward and backwards, and anytime you want to do anything, they break out the charts, and you're like, dude, I just want to roll a dice. Let's do that, please. That's all you need to worry about. But instead, it's like, no, they're going to overcomplicate it. They suck. They ruin games. The people who only like combat, they suck. They ruin games. The people who only like roleplay, they don't always ruin games, but they kind of do. Like, it would be nice to be able to get into combat and make that a part of your roleplay, but if all they want to do is put on a show, maybe they should join a theater troupe. Putting all that together, though, putting all that aside, there's different spectrums too. Like, if you like combat, maybe roleplay your combat a little bit. That'll make you better. If you like roleplay, include the combat in your roleplay, like I just said. But otherwise, those are the kinds of people that ruin the games, not new players, not people who are a little nervous about participation, because really all that matters is that you're listening carefully to everything that's going on. And if you miss something once in a while, I'm not saying, oh my god, please don't be that person who thinks that because you gotta listen, if you mishear something or misunderstand something, that you're inherently bad. No, but just try to. I mean, god, how many times, if you've been paying attention to certain, streamers or anything like that play D&D, do you hear other players go, wait, hold on, I thought that the portcullis was over here. It's over there? Oh, whoops. It's fine. Not everybody's not going to have the same imagination as you. Not everyone's going to have the same thought process as you. And, we're all human. We're all going to understand that. So I don't want you to think too much of one thing or too much of another. It's just that a good player will always respect everyone involved. And I just hope that with that information, you'll take that respect straight to the table. Nothing else. I'll see you in the next one.